This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hello, friends and neighbors. John Solberg here, your host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. It is always my honor and my privilege to let you know that this show is being brought to you by The Butcher Shop, purveyors of highly sought-after 100% Australian non-crossbred Wyvara 9+ briskets, and as always, they are handpicked just for you. The Butcher Shop has been retailing the finest meats for more than 15 years. Every week, they're shipping out competition-quality meats to many of the biggest teams in the competition scene across the nation. Simply put, teams that use the Butcher Shop win, and they win often. You don't have to be a competitor to enjoy these finer cuts. The Butcher Shop is shipping some of the finest prime, dry-aged, Australian Wagyu, and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me. You can be the king and queen of the backyard with this stuff. The Butcher Shop always has life-changing Berkshire pork, Compart Duroc pork, Allegiance Duroc pork, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock. And again, they're going to handpick it out just for you and ship it up to you. Let's review. The best competition briskets, check. The best pork selection, check. Giving you better overall options to cook at home, check. So I encourage you to give the Butcher Shop a call today. 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. You mention the BBQ Central Show and let them know you're getting your 10% off. Each and every single time you call, you're getting that 10%. You can also go check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled SHOPPE. The Butcher Shop, home of the 100% Australia non-crossbred Wyvara 9+ briskets. And right now, let's jump back to 2013, and Greg's going to catch up with Bobby T, Bob Trudnak.
Let's go ahead and race over to the hotline and welcome in friend of the show, Bob Trudnak. Bob, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Greg. How are you tonight?
Doing absolutely fabulous, Bob. Always appreciate you making time for the show. A couple different places, I guess, that we can start tonight. If you don't mind, we'll go ahead and start on the competition side of things. We're towards the end of the year, obviously just a couple weeks left here before we close out 2013. If you could just kind of give us a summatory look at the BBQ Gurus competition season and, how you guys ended up and where did that meet your expectation?
I think we had a great season. I'm not one of those teams that, chasing points at the end of the year for team of the year. We only do 10 or 12 contests a year, but it's one of those things that I'm obsessed with. I love competition. It's a big part of my life. We got some grands. We got a bunch of reserves. We did a lot of top tens. And we finished the year great at the World Food Championship. Got first in reds. So I think it was a great season for us.
If job and money and whatever was no object, could you see Bob Trudnak hitting the circuit to make a run at a Team of the Year potentially, if you had your druthers?
If it were just me, out there alone doing competitions, if that's all I was doing, yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat. But, life takes over. We got the Barbecue Guru business to run. I have a catering business. The kids, the wife, everything going on. So it's not a reality for me right now, but maybe someday.
I'm asking you to speculate here, of course, but do you think if you're going to be doing Team of the Year now, you're going to be looking at probably a minimum of 30 to 35 contests. You're looking at a better part of, maybe 85% weekends traveled. Do you think at some point, maybe during the middle or towards the near of that, the near end of that season, you'd be like, wow, that's a lot of freaking weekends to travel?
Yes. I say that to myself now, and I only, I'm on the road every other weekend, April, May into October. And then by the end of October, I'm like, I kind of can't wait for the break. But now, it's middle of December, I can't wait to get started again.
Bob Trudnak joining me here on the show, thebbqguru.com, of course, the website. Bob, you briefly mentioned World Food Championships and how you took first place in ribs over there. That is an event over the last, this is the second time it's happened, and really has seen huge rave reviews, even from the very first World Food Championships that took place a year ago, and then fast forward to this year. It seemed to logistically go better. Teams were maybe out in the open more than they were last year. You've seen a lot of competitions. You've taken place in really big ones and smaller ones. Where does the World Food Championship kind of fit into how you see competition barbecue or just food competition growing into the future?
I got to tell you, there's no competition like it that I've ever been to. You got the whole barbecue aspect, but then there's 6 other challenges, and then they plop it right in the middle of Old Vegas. So the experience of just being in Old Vegas by itself is amazing and overwhelming. And then you got the barbecue challenge, and you're seeing the guys who were there for the bacon and the chili and the sandwich competitions. It's just an incredible experience. So just being a part of it is pretty amazing. So then to actually get a call is even a icing on the cake there.
When you turned in the ribs, did you think at that point that you were looking at first place ribs? Were they that good?
No, I wasn't. I know when I hit my mark, and I hope for the best. But when you're in a competition with a group of competitors that are that great, you don't think you're not planning on first place. You're just hoping to get a call. You've done the job of cooking the food the way you want it. It hits the mark, and you're just hoping for the best.
There you go, a little bit of the Bob Trudnak segment from 2013 with Greg. Bob Trudnak, in my opinion, is like this undervalued gem of the barbecue world. Such a significant competition cook, huge impact on the industry, still out there slugging it out every day, his catering and his sauces and the pizza stuff. Man, he's certainly one of the all-time greats and extremely, I will say, undervalued and possibly underappreciated. Thank you, Bob, for all you do for the industry. Love you, man. And until next time on the Best Moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I cannot wait to talk to you again very soon.